Dynamos has changed quite a bit. They lost a number of players ahead of the 25 season, and then they had to go on a recruiting exercise. That's saw them bring in the likes of Telmo Pio, Leroy Mavunga, amongst others. And for Dynamos, the change has not been smooth as they had to hold trials along the way. But their head coach, Lloyd Chigowe, is confident of the squad he's assembled.
Yeah, it's been helter-skelter. Initially, we had a big group of players, trialists. Then we had our old players coming back to solidify the base. And we've got a mix of youth and experience in the squad. And today we welcomed back our new captain, Emmanuel Jalai, who will be assisted by Donald Dinya and Shadrach Nyao. We think we've got the spine of the squad. There will be new additions we believe are going to add quality. I think as the season progresses, we'll solidify and become fluent.
Obviously, Lloyd Chigowe, the Dynamos head coach, and now quite a lot of changes that happened at Dynamos. A lot of the players are youngish, not too many big profile players outside of Farai Mutate, who came in from the LA Galaxy. I think he's probably the marquee signing for Dynamos, but they were also busy. I think upwards of 12, 13 signings that they've made, and he says it's a mixture of youth and experience.
Yeah, they have to, Mr. Tish, and to me, I think all those big guys Kudara, they would want Kutambira Dynamos, but now it's totally different. Big players are now going for big monies, Munom Zimbabwe, and I've seen it. Imagine the Moyo twins leaving Dynamos, going to Scotland. Atamusiwa going back to Blawa Chiefs. Scale and try to analyze exactly what is going on at the giant Dynamos now, because they are going out and bring in youngsters that are unknown, those that want to make their names, but are they good enough to don that blue and white jersey? That's another question. Could he?
What makes a player good enough to don the blue and white?
We have to respect Dynamos, Mr. Tish, the most successful club in Zimbabwe, and it speaks for itself, because you would want to maintain that status. And team and inini ndichitokura, you could hear kuti Dynamos iri kutamba neCaps waitozonzwa kunzi ground razara by 11 o'clock, and which means ranga rizita, Mr. Tish, raitorema in those days.
Richirudema.
Ndo zvakundishamisa now kuti anyone can now just go to Dynamos and play.
Do you think the players that have been signed by Chigowe are not good
enough? It's now very
enough?
difficult. No, they might be good enough for Lloyd Chigowe, but they might not be good enough for the big brand Dynamos.
So what's the difference between being good enough for Chigowe and being good enough for the big brand Dynamos?
As long as Dynamos doesn't invest in their team, they will go back to the market, bring in, those low-key players. Vasinama names, Varudotogadziroma names. Dynamos should be getting those players that have got names. We can talk of Real Madrid as the most successful club in Europe and in Spain. Look at the kind of players that they acquire.
Are Dynamos the Real Madrid of Zimbabwe?
It used to be. It used to be. Let's be honest. Dynamos used to be like that. Imagine Love Monwe coming from Blawayo Highlanders coming to play for Dynamos. And but because those were big players coming on to play for Dynamos. Some who leave Cape United go and play for Dynamos. Tondara Mtambigo and Stuart Murisa. You can name them. Those are how big Dynamos was. And even up to today, you can name as many players as you can. And kwanza kutamba ku Dynamos, you can name them. But those that have played for Dynamos for the past 5 years, you might not even name them. Because they are just coming in every year and leaving. Coming in every year and leaving.
It's now an airport where they just transition.
Teach Dynamos haifani ungechita matrials at a senior level. Dynamos should be having matrials kuma under 18, kuma under 15. That's where trials are supposed to be done. Dynamos should just be picking whoever they want. Ku club. Dynamos should be competing in the market.
Why
if
are the best
they had
players
finance
not going? Is it about money?
Of course, it's about money. Because if you look at all those guys that have left, it's issues about money. Tanaka Chandirwa, Donald Dumdadi, the Moyo Twins, and Atam Siwa, he decided to go and play for Blawa Chiefs in first division. Issa Sadiki, Emmanuel Paga, Bochway, all those guys. Let's be honest, Dynamos last season, and Dynamos was a strong side. A strong side that was going to be competing for the title. So that's why we want to see on Saturday, are they good enough to compete for the title? Remember, they've lost also Frankie McCarthy, their captain. He's now with Tail 1. Look at the movement from Dynamos to Tail 1.
That's the core of their team.
Exactly. Imagine someone is moving from a bigger club, going to a smaller club because of the financial muscle.
From Dynamos to Tail 1, I mean...
Exactly. You can tell, Mr. Tish, where we are now putting Dynamos on the scale. But we hope to see a better Dynamos going forward.
Let's hear more from Dynamos head coach Loichi Koe, who speaks on some of those changes to his squad.
Very, very important. If you remember the Italians at Juventus, they had Cellini and the other admin, I'm forgetting the name, the veterans who would steady the ship. And then you would remember there was Pino, who played well beyond 36 years. At Real Madrid, we've got Luka Modric, probably turning 40 now, but still pulling these things in the center of midfield for Real Madrid. We've got a mix of both. We've got also exciting talent in the name of we call the young Tino. We call him here Maradona. Very great potential, and a lot of other youngsters who are going to spice up the show. So we just pray that we get the right blend and the right balance to be able to compete effectively.
So you think you're Maradona. I'll tell you a story about that. No, that's, David, no. No, I say that it just reminded me of something that we used to do in high school. So back in high school, whenever somebody was trying to be fancy or agada kuonererwa, everyone's like, Maradona. Because Maradona was such an impactful and influential player, so it's high praise from Loichi Koe for him to call him. We call him Maradona, but he keeps reiterating and landing on this, a blend of youth and experience. And speaking of experience, we've got two former Dynamos players. One that has been playing abroad, one that has been going around. I think Manika Diamonds, Simba Bora, and now back training. Patson Jaure, Ocean Mushure, they're training with the squad. I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yes, they are Dynamo sons. Yes, they have been good players in the past, but can they still add value?
Yeah,
they haven't been signed, yes.
Yeah, they can add value to it.
Ocean Mushure.
Yes, why not?
Patson Jaure.
Why not?
Because 2025, this is not 2016.
When did Patson started playing? When did Patson started playing? And how old is he?
We
have to look at also Ocean.
Did he feature?
How
did he feature? How many times did he feature for Simba Bora?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Tish. You don't have to crucify Patson because he didn't play much. No, wait. Atikati Patson, he didn't play much with Simba Bora.
It's a fact.
Then he's finished.
It is a fact. I said
it is a fact.
He didn't play last season. Did I say he's finished?
Because Simba Bora were doing well. Was playing with the back
so
three.
If he can't make it into a Simba Bora side, you think he can make it into a
Don't say he can't. He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. He couldn't make it into the Simba Bora side.
It doesn't matter. You cannot play for Simba Bora, but you can play for Dynamos.
Okay.
Isn't it? That's why players are moving. Every year players are moving because they feel good. I don't somewhere else.
So you think he can add value to Dynamos?
Why not? If the coach sees it fit, Could Ocean Mshule
No,
can
no, I'm
add
asking
value?
you. I'm not asking.
No.
You're a talent scout. So
Is
your
what it-
job. I know
is what
your
it-
job.
no,
your job,
wait,
David,
wait,
is to
if the
identify
coach-
a player's qualities and whether he still has it.
Wait, Teach. If a coach says, I want that 40-year-old in my team, he can stabilize and it's my defense. Why not sign him?
No, I am not
And it-
questioning that. David, are you understanding what I'm saying?
No, wait.
I'm saying
You're
you
started with scout and
also scout here.
I didn't have a scout.
Saka.
But in Scottish, you need to know the kind of players that are needed.
But it was
Now,
a scout.
Coach
So,
Akanditi, Coach Akanditi, David, go and look out for a 35-year-old. And it's Konzogo. Anokwanisa kuve a leader in my team. Someone like Rodwich Nyegetere. I can go out there and bring Rodwich Nyegetere. And if a coach says, David, we want 19-year-old, 20-year-old, I will go out there and bring a 19 and 20-year-old.
So is your
scouting is not about only bringing in 19 years and 22 years and teach. It's different. And it's not the only coaches. Did you hear what Lord Igwe said? Luka Modric, he might be turning 40, but he's still playing there. Look at what he's looking at. But Luka Modric is not playing.
Comparing Ocean to Luka Modric?
Wait. We're talking about age. We're talking about age. And because he's talking about age. He's not talking about the qualities, but he's talking about the age. Could Luka Modric is not playing every game. But whenever he's called upon, and he's getting in there and play.
Konapo, ipapo.